Can you identify all the people who are looking right now for what you sell by name? Well, I can. My name is Roel Hoekstra, and I'm the founder and managing partner at Aquila Partners. For more than 30 years, we've focused on using data analysis to drive sales and marketing to generate sustainable, profitable growth. We have solutions that create more leads, better leads, and more customers for our clients. As I like to say, having a full pipeline solves all problems. Right now, we're at a strategic inflection point. A strategic inflection point is a time in the life of a business when its fundamentals change. It can mean an opportunity to rise to new heights, or may signal the beginning of the end. What's changing? It's the ability to see your entire marketplace. First, the demand pyramid has not changed. Generally, only 2 to 3% of any target market is actively looking to buy right now. How do you find them? Are you competing for their business, or are you paying to market to the 90% who just don't care? How do we see your entire marketplace? First, the purchase of everything begins with a buyer's journey. Inflection point number 1 is that today, more than half of that buyer's journey is online, and you have no visibility into what your prospects are doing. The buyer's journey starts with people asking, do I have a problem? How big is my problem? What options are available to solve my problem? Who can solve my problem? Is it really worth doing? And finally, who should I hire to help me? In 2019, Forrester Research determined that less than 68% of the B2B sale is completed before a company ever talks to the prospect. That means your prospects are well down the path of choosing to buy before they ever reach out to you directly. Or worse, they're evaluating solutions and providers, but they're not considering you. It is mathematically impossible to win the job if the prospect doesn't even consider you as an option. Strategic inflection point number 2 is that we can see your entire marketplace. Big data, machine learning, and identity resolution allow us to see the entire buyer's journey for everyone who is looking to solve the problem that you solve, everyone who is looking to buy what you sell. And what is it worth to see your entire marketplace? Well, that depends on you. What is it costing you to not compete for all the opportunities that you have available? Here's a quick example. Let's say you're doing great and you have a 2% market share. You competed on 1,000 proposals last year. Your closing ratio was 20%, so you won 200 new accounts. Your average sale per new account is $5,000. Awesome! You just had $1 million in new sales last year. But what about the other 98%? Well, guess what? There were 50,000 proposals that you did not compete for. You can't win any of them if you don't compete. If you just closed your fair share of that business, you would have won another 10,000 new accounts. At $5,000 per client, that's another $50 million in client revenue. So what did it cost you to not see your entire market? How about $49 million per year? Let's talk about the tools you can use to take advantage of this strategic inflection point. First, an identity graph, then behavioral data and a predictive algorithm, and finally, put them together and you get real-time in-market leads. Our team has built a proprietary identity graph that covers 225 million Americans. This includes an average of 2.6 email addresses and 2.5 device IDs, and over 400 persistent identifiers per person. Think of it as a large table where each row is a person. It allows us to track individuals across all the email addresses and devices that they use day in and day out. We have our own behavioral database. We gather over 40 billion real-time behaviors every day and match the behaviors to a person in our identity graph. With the identity graph and our behavioral database, we can build a predictive algorithm based on actual observable behaviors, what websites your prospects are visiting, the keywords that they search, and find the conversion behavior pattern that tells us someone is in the market for your product or service. So with the in-market targeting algorithm shining a light on the entire buyer's journey, you can now see everyone who is currently looking for your solution. You can now see your entire market. Finally, this tool gives you the kind of actionable leads salespeople are screaming for. You'll know who is looking, their personal and company information, their intent, the keywords they're searching for, the websites they're visiting. And when they find you, visit your website, you'll know what content they consumed. These are contacts that you now own and control. You can customize the conversations you have with your prospects based on exactly what interests them. You can have that conversation wherever and whenever you want, online or offline. You can pick up the phone and call them, send them direct mail, launch an email campaign, or a digital ad campaign directed right to their browser. The inflection point is here, and your competition is starting to take notice. Here are just a few examples of the power of seeing your entire market. This first one is for the distributor of agricultural equipment. They can see the entire marketplace for more than 1.6 million farmers and track over 300 different products. They're identifying more than 90% of their website traffic and generating more than 85,000 in-market leads each month. The second is a software as a service company that's tracking the market for 4,500 contacts across 22 services. They're getting 25,000 in-market leads every month. Here's a real estate company that's looking to recruit agents. They're now generating over 34,000 in-market leads every month. Here's a firm that sells services to attorneys. They're generating more than 1,200 site visitor leads and over 48,000 in-market leads every month. For these firms, this represents more than a 25 times increase in the number of leads generated. In the market they can see, in the business they can compete for. What would be the impact on your company if you could see your entire marketplace? If you could increase your lead flow 25 times? Take the first step and just calculate what it costs you to not see your entire market, and then schedule a brief discovery call with me. I'm happy to learn more about your business, your marketing stack, and your sales process. Let's see if our tools can help you grow your business.